Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Magic Talk Show, the education podcast channel that helps students and professionals to build successful career by learning about leadership, management skills, entrepreneurship, and build a growth mindset to stand out in their career journey. In our exclusive series called Kitab Shala, we have creatively curated 7 lessons in 7 minutes from the incredible life transforming books which will put you and your success on fast forward mode. Each nugget of wisdom is like golden key unlocking the doors to personal and professional transformation. This format of 7 lessons in 7 minutes which help you to digest the toughest lessons learning from the book with fun and joyous experience. Come and join us in this movement. If you want a weekly dose of motivation through self-help books, do follow our Magic Talk Show podcast and press the bell icon to stay updated on our podcast release on every Thursday and Sunday. Also, don't forget to rate our episode if you like it. Today, in this episode, we will deep dive into a book called Atomic Habits by James Clear, which is an exceptional and user-friendly roadmap for comprehending and reshaping your habits to achieve long-lasting personal growth. Atomic Habits by James Clear is that book masterfully blends practicality with scientific insights, providing a clear and actionable guide to effecting substantial changes in your life. His approach is rooted in the idea that monumental transformation can emerge from cumulative impact of minor adjustments. By breaking down the science of habit formation, he unveils the mechanics behind our behavior, offering readers valuable tools to make strategic changes. The book does not stop at understanding habit. It equips you with a step-by-step plan to implement incremental improvements in your schedule. Here are 7 galvanizing lessons from Atomic Habits. Number 1. Start small but think big. This book masterfully champions the idea that monumental changes often originates from modest beginning. He emphasizes that the key to lasting transformation lies in the accumulation of small, consistent action, which he aptly dubs atomic habits. The concept is similar to a snowball effect. The more you roll it, the larger it becomes. By consistently and meticulously crafting tiny habits, individuals set in motion a process of gradual, sustainable changes. The author incites and underscores the notion for a colossal shift can be overwhelming and demotivating. Instead, he advocates for focusing on the incrementable, manageable, and attainable. His Atomic Habit serves as a building block the significant and lasting improvements in one's life. By recognizing the potency of small actions and their cumulative impact, the readers of Atomic Habits are empowered to start small, dream big, and embark on the journey of lasting personal transformation. Lesson 2. The power of habit stacking. The author introduces a powerful strategy in the Atomic Habits known as habit stacking, a concept that simplifies the process of incorporating positive changes into your daily life. These techniques involve attaching a new habit to an existing routine or habit, essentially stacking them together. The brilliance of the habit stacking lies in its ability to piggyback on establishing behaviors, making it easier to integrate new practices seamlessly. By associating a desired habit with something that you already do routinely, you eliminate the need to find additional motivation to carve out extra time. This concept streamlines the process of forming new habits by reducing resistance and cognitive load. It transforms the daunting task of change into a manageable step-by-step progression. His insights into the habit stacking provide readers with a practical and an actionable approach to building a foundation of positive, lasting habits in their lives. For example, if you want to develop a habit of reading books and you already have a morning routine of making a coffee, you can actually stack the new habit onto the existing one by deciding to read for 15 minutes right after you start brewing your morning coffee. Isn't that amazing? So, your habit stack looks like this: Part A, make the coffee; Part 2, read for 15 minutes. By associating the new habit, that is reading, with an established routine, that is coffee making, you are more likely to remember and integrate the behavior into your daily life. Lesson 3: Make habits obvious. This book emphasizes the critical role of making desired habits consciously advent into your environment. He underscores that the mere act of seeing these habits can trigger the desired behavior, making it easier to adopt and maintain. His insights align with the idea that our environment profoundly influences our action. By making your habits visually apparent, you create powerful cues that serves as a reminder and motivators. For instance, leaving a water bottle on your desk can promote you to drink more water throughout the day. Placing a book you want to read on your table beside can encourage nightly reading. This approach leverages the power of visual clues to reshape your surrounding in favor of your goals. It's a practical strategy that enables you to effortlessly integrate positive habits into your daily routine and gradually transforms your environment to support your desired behaviors. Number 4, the habit loop. The author dissects the habit loop, a fundamental framework consisting of four components: cue, craving, response, rewards. Understanding and harnessing this loop is pivotal in the quest to identify and modify habits effectively. Number 1, cue. This is a trigger that initiates the habit. It could be a specific time, location, emotional state, or an action that precedes the habit. Number 2, craving. The cue leads to the craving, a desire for the rewards associated to habit. Cravings are the real motivation force that behind the habit formation. Number 3, response. This is the habit itself, the behavior you engage in to satisfy the craving triggered by the cue. The last step, that's number 4, is reward. Response yield a reward which satisfy the craving and reinforce the habit loop. Let's say your habit is regular exercise. Then, in this example, cue is feeling stress and low on energy triggered the habit loop. The routine is going for a jog is a behavior or an action you take in response to the cue. Reward is feeling energized and accomplished serves as a positive reinforcement for the completing routine. The author explanation of the habit loop helps readers recognize the intricate dynamics that play in their habit. Armed with this knowledge, individuals can identify the cues, cravings, and the rewards, allowing them to modify existing habits or establish a new one more effective. Lesson 5: Avoiding habit pitfalls. The author dwells into the common pitfalls that can hinder habit formation and offer invaluable strategies to overcome them. He addresses issues such as procrastination, loss of motivation, and lack of accountability. He emphasizes the importance of understanding the psychology behind these pitfalls. For instance, he discusses how procrastination often stems for a habit being too challenging or not clearly linked to satisfying the reward. To counter these challenges, he suggests implementing strategies like habit stacking, which simplifies initiation of new habits. He also advocates for setting specific goals tracking progress, and creation of an environment that supports positive behavior. Lesson 6: The Power of Identity. The author emphasizes the transformative role of identity in shaping our habits. He contends that one of the most profound ways to initiate and sustain behavioral changes is by adopting the identity of a person you aspire to be. He suggests that habits are not just action, but reflection of our identity. By redefining yourself as the type of person who engages in the positive behaviors, you can anchor your habit in the powerful self image. For instance, if you aim to exercise regularly, adopting the identity of a fit person aligns your habit with this new self perception. This self identity reinforces your commitment to healthy behaviors and makes them more sustainable. Number 7, constantly enhance. The author champions the idea of constantly enhancing as a lifelong commitment. He underscores that the path to lasting personal growth isn't about making the drastic changes overnight, but rather about consistently making small incremental progress. His philosophy aligns with the concept of kaizen, a Japanese term for continuous improvement. He points that making slight consistent improvements in your habit over the time can lead to substantial transformation in the long run. This approach encourages individuals to adopt a mindset of persistence and patience. Instead of seeking immediate dramatic changes, they learn to value the cumulative impact of consistent efforts. His message is empowering and reminds the meaningful changes doesn't require Herculean efforts, but can actually be achieved through sustained deliberate actions. By focusing on continuous improvements, individual can navigate the journey of self-improvement with greater resilience and long-term success. And that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. We just zipped through the key lessons from the Atomic Habits in under 7 minutes. Whether you want to be better, healthier, or get more done, this book gives you tools to make it happen. It's like having a guide that makes success doable for everyone. See, you don't need to be